If you don't know, I actually reviewed Daredevil by Ed Brubaker Omnibus Volume 1 forever ago. It was actually when I was first starting to do these Omnibus reviews, and while I wanted to review this right away, I really wanted to reread it again. As it's getting reprinted very soon, people want to know, is this worth picking up? Well, I'm here to tell you yes or no, and this is an easy collection because it has issues 106 to 119 of Daredevil, has issue 500, has annual issue 1, and then it also has Blood of the Tarantula. So it's a smaller book for sure. It's actually one of the smallest omnibuses I own. It's under 500 pages. And before we jump back into review, I did want to talk about an awesome guy who runs an awesome little business called Omni Bookmarks, and this guy is on Instagram. You can check him out right now. I'm showing you the page as we are talking, and he does phenomenal work if you're a big fan of bookmarks. And like me, I hate folding my pages. Even just a little turn on the edge really kind of irritates me, so these bookmarks have been my favorite new thing, and I love switching the bookmarks mattering what I'm reading, whether it be manga, comics, indie, Marvel, DC, whatever it is. I like to switch it up, and as you can see, he has made some extraordinary ones for me. He works very well with most people, and he can make custom designs for you, but he has so many badass ones too online. You gotta check those out. So this is not a paid sponsor. This guy's just awesome. I want to promote him. Please go check it out. If you want a bookmark for your omnibuses, look no further. These are high quality, good ass shit. But saying that, I'm actually honestly surprised how much this held up and how much I did enjoy it. Brubaker continues his run of Matt trying to pick up the pieces from the events of the last volume. No spoilers, but a major part of Matt's life got really fucked up thanks to a villain, ruining everything for him in the last volume. With Matt starting this volume in pretty much despair, basically going out on the streets and fucking everybody up who ever crossed him, we see a man on the edge of a mental breakdown. And this volume smartly has Matt balancing his superhero fighting with his courtroom drama and investigation storylines to put together an excellent first arc here, in my opinion. However, as we get deeper into it, we are introduced to a major character in Brubaker's Daredevil mythos, Lady Bullseye. This one is not as insane as the actual Bullseye, but just as deadly. Coming after Matt, but not for the reasons you might expect. The overall final two arcs kind of center around her ambition and her goals for Matt, but also just the Hand in general, leaving Matt to go to darker places than ever before for the sake of himself, but also everyone else around him. I will say that the ending feels rushed. That's probably my biggest fault here. It almost feels like Brubaker either wanted to hop off sooner or Marvel needed him off sooner. Either way, it's pretty much my only real negative in this entire omnibus. I think the end is depressing and leads the way to big events that both Bendis and Brubaker's run were building up to. Out of all the runs of Daredevil, these two run back to back really well, and it feels like one big epic storyline that I love so much. Hell, you can even count Kevin Smith's run because that really started the foundation of this. Bendis continued it in bigger and darker ways, and Brubaker kind of finished it, in my opinion. Now, I will say that the side stories, the Tarantula storylines, are actually pretty interesting, and that character himself became more interesting the more I read about him. I don't know much about him until this, and then I really did enjoy him, so I wish that we got a little bit more of that. But overall, do I think this volume lives up to the first volume? Well, it's definitely a shorter feel, and it does feel rushed. I don't think it's as strong as the first volume. I feel like the first volume of Brubaker's run is actually excellent. I hold it in very high regard as some of the best, up there with Bendis's, Frank Miller's, Chip's. Like, he really just gave us such an amazing first volume that it's hard to really top it. But I still think this is a great volume. I am going to give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's still great, even excellent at moments like the beginning. I just think it lacked the ending that I was hoping for. But what do you guys think? Is this a great volume that followed up the first? Or have you not read this and you're excited to try it out? I hope you do check it out, because as a Daredevil fan, there's very, very, very few runs that suck once we start the Kevin Smith run onward. So we might get to one. It's coming, Shadowland. We all know it's coming. But yeah, we'll get to it when it releases. I will review that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. If you loved this review, hit the subscribe button. I got more like this coming out, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this review, and have a wonderful day.